What's going on, Sag? It's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, here to bring you another Silent Enemies reading. This is for the month of June. I hope all is well with you guys. I do want to thank you guys who continue to come to the channel and show your love repeatedly. I want to thank you so much for all you do. Appreciate you. Appreciate your energy and your vibes. For those who are new, welcome to the channel. Hopefully you will find the variety of content insightful, encouraging, hopefully you'll find that there is a perspective that maybe you hadn't considered that might help you to make the best decision for you, and that you decide to become a member of the community. So if you do, make sure you hit that notification button so that you know when I post. I post every week for all your placements. Again, a variety of types of readings. So feel free to sift through the content on the channel. Make sure you check out the retrograde readings, because those are specifically designed to talk about what's going on in your chart and how these retrograde energies are going to affect you. The Pluto one is the only one that I did where I included everybody's signs all in one reading. But please check out the Pluto one, check out the Saturn one, check out the Mercury retrograde one. Those are the, Pluto, Saturn, Mercury retrograde. Those are the ones that are in retrograde right now. We got two more going in retrograde at the end of the month, Neptune and Jupiter, and I'll be rocking out those for you within the next 2-3 weeks. All right. So, about the Silent Enemies reading. This is a reading designed for you to pay attention to your intuitive nudges. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We're here in this 3D realm because we came down here to learn some lessons, to experience some things. But in order for us to really follow those instructions and learn what we're supposed to learn, we have to keep in contact with the Most High, right? And the way that we do that is by following our intuition. But what can happen is, because we're down here and enmeshed in all of this 3D energies, which really teaches us to look outside of ourselves for answers, a lot of us will do that. And as a result, we lose touch with who we are truly, right? And we lose touch with our higher self. So this reading is designed to help you to get back in touch with your higher self, for those of you who don't use your intuition as much, or would like to be able to find ways to use your intuition more, So this is a great way to do it. And you say, okay, well, silent enemy. Why silent enemy? Well, the thing is that if we saw the devil walking down the street in his true devil form, we could see that shit a block away. We would all run. No one would ever deal with the lessons that come involved with devil energy. So what does the universe do? Well, like I said, we're here for experience, and we're here to learn and to complete some tasks so that we can go to the next round. But we got to complete it here on the 3D round first. So what happens is, for you to learn the lessons you're supposed to learn, because we would never learn them shits, okay? The universe puts the energy that of the devil and the negative things that come towards us. They put that in the energy of people closest to us, right? So that way we learn the lesson. So this is lovers, friends, family members, business partners, colleagues, neighbors, people that we deal with on a regular, our kids' teacher, our taekwondo teacher, our fitness instructor, the people who do our nails, or our hairdresser. It could be anybody who's in your energy on a regular basis, where your intuition goes off and you may just blow it off because you know this person. But unfortunately, what happens to people is later on they found out that this person was deceiving them, or they found out that this person who was around them had some issues. But because you just brushed off your intuition and you didn't inquire to check on them to see if they were okay, you didn't know, and therefore you could have stepped in and helped them, and maybe now it's too late. So this reading can serve as a positive way for you to pay attention to your people around you, because the people around you, you all vibrate on a similar frequency. And so you get used to each other's frequency. And so when your intuition goes off, it's telling you, oh, something's off with this person. Let me check in with them and see if they're all right. Or something's off with this person, and after you checked in, you realize, oh, this is a jealous ass hater. I got to stop dealing with them. So it's one or the other, right? So this is why it's important to pay attention to your intuition, and some people, unfortunately, most of us know stories, whether we see it on TV, whether we look at some of the, the prophetic books like the Bible, the Quran, the Torah. They're full of stories where people who are family members or friends have turned their backs and deceived the others. And they were only able to do that because they had close access to. A stranger can't do as much damage to you internally because they don't know you. They can't get into your inner world. I mean, yeah, they could hurt you as a random act of whatever, but I'm talking about really getting in and using what they know about you to infiltrate you. A stranger can't do that. Only somebody who knows you can do that, right? Only somebody who knows you and that you trust would even have the opportunity to get access to where you hide your money, or anything that's of valuable that people will want to steal or take. Things like that. Moving on. We got 3 cards. I'm going to read them intuitively. If it resonates, cool. If it doesn't, don't try to make this type of reading fit. It's not built for that. Check your other placements if this particular one doesn't resonate, because you're not just Sag. You have other placements in your chart. You should be checking all your placements. Do not limit it to Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay? Saturn plays a critical role in your life. Pluto plays a critical role in your life. Jupiter plays a critical role in your life. Mercury plays a critical role in your life. You need to be watching all your placements. If you're going to binge watch, some of y'all binge watch readings. If you're going to binge watch, at least get to know your chart and watch the ones for your chart so that you truly understand what's going on in your life and in your world, and you're 2 steps ahead, and you have a better understanding of what's going on with these planetary alignments, and that way you can create the life you deserve, and you can have more control and more say over your life and what goes on. Queen of Cups energy. This is Cancer. 9 of Pentacles energy. This is Virgo. And then we have the Hermit energy. Major Arcana, more Virgo. I'll get to the Major Arcana in a minute. Let's start with the Queen of Cups, which is Cancerian energy. I'm using the After Tarot, just so you know, in case people like to know what deck it is. So the Queen of Cups energy, she's showing up in your Silent Enemies reading. This is somebody who, for example, for some of you, you're dealing with someone who... How can I say this? Okay, when I read Queen and King energy, I look at it as masculine, feminine energy. I don't look at it as a man or a woman. I will look at it in this case as a man or a woman after I talk about it as energy first, because that is how I read. So as far as energy, this is Queen energy. Queen energy is feminine energy. So feminine energy represents what? It represents your imagination, your intuition. It represents your thoughts and your feelings, what goes on inside of you. Right? And it's receptive, meaning that you respond based on what happens to you. This is what stimulates the yin energy. Okay? The yang energy is the opposite. Once you come to a conclusion about what stimulated you, then you take action, and that's your yang energy, your masculine energy. So the kings I read as somebody taking action. Okay? Man or woman. The queens I read as your emotions and your feelings and your intuitive imagination, man or woman. So there's somebody coming towards you. They're very intuitive. Okay, this is somebody who could be coming towards you, coming off as if they're very loving, as if they're very nurturing. They're intuitive. But if you see, look in this, you see how she pulls out of what she pulls out of the cup? She pulls a fish out of the cup. So this is somebody who could be, I get pregnancy energy here. Somebody could be telling you that they're pregnant. Sag man. Okay, a woman could be telling you that she's pregnant, and she may very well be, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's yours. Sag woman, I feel as if you got somebody coming to you who is trying to play on your emotional needs. This is somebody who's trying to sift you out. They're very intuitive, so they're going to look around, see what's going on with you. You know, what a lot of men do anyway is they try to look around and see where they could get in. You know what I mean? As far as, okay, well, what does she need? What don't she have? And then they try to get in and give you that. That's if they really care about you. If they don't, most of them, what they'll just assume is that you ain't got money, and they'll flash money. Yeah, that works for the chicken heads. It does. It really does. But, for a mature woman who's got money, this is why, it's very difficult for women who are financially stable to find men. Because most men, they look at masculinity and they relate it to money. And they feel like, oh, well, I got money so I can get bitches. This is how they look at it, a lot of them. And if you got money, then a lot of times they're not going to, a lot of boy mentality people won't deal with you. So I feel like you may be dealing with somebody who they're a little smarter than the average bear, where they'll try to play on your intuition and your emotion. to see what you need emotionally. So this is an emotional manipulator coming your way. But they're not going to do anything, but when you get that cup from them, you see what you're going to pull out? A fish. So be careful of this person coming towards you. Okay? It could be a man or a woman, but they're going to try to play on your emotions. And the Queen of Cups is Cancerian energy. That's energy of nurturing, loving energy. This is somebody, if it's somebody from your past coming back, this is somebody you've already had an emotional connection with. Okay? And they may have already played games with you, but this person, if they're going to return to you, there's very little, you see how there's very little ground here? Oh, she's all surrounded by water. Like this person could be emotionally unstable, okay? Very little grounding, okay? They're very emotional. They don't look at, they're always in their feelings. You have to be careful. You got to walk on eggshells around this person. So if this is somebody who's around you, this could be somebody who's going through something. They could be very emotional. So you may want to check on your people if your intuition goes off about that. Or they could be going through something emotional. They could be going through a heartbreak, or dealing with someone who's tugging on their emotional heartstrings. So you may need to check on this person. Now, the reason that will come up in a silent enemies reading is because you may pick up on it intuitively and you may not know what's up. Or it could be that this person is emotionally distraught, and that could have a negative effect on you and the people around you if this is not addressed. Okay, so that's what I'm getting with that Queen of Cup energy. For some of you, because the Queen of Cup represents Cancer and it represents the moon, this could be a mother figure for you. Somebody who plays on your emotional heartstrings or tugs on your emotional heartstrings, but in reality, they use that as a tool to manipulate. If it's not a mother, it could be an aunt or a grandmother. It's a feminine energy. It could also be a man, a relative. I feel like it's a relative because we're dealing with emotion. So for some of you, that could be the case. For others of you, this could be like in a work environment. This could be like a nurse or a teacher, a fellow teacher or a nurse. That they pretend that they care, but in reality they don't care about the patients, or they don't care about the kids, or they don't care about whatever it is that you're doing, where you're there to show emotional support for people. This could be somebody who works in an alcohol rehabilitation center, but they really don't give a shit about the people in there. This could be somebody who they work in a nursing home. They may take care of the elderly because, when we're dealing with Cancer, we're dealing with the end of life events. Okay, and we're dealing with family heritage and things like that. So this could be somebody who may be taking care of your mother. If you have a mother or a father or elderly member in the nursing home, you need to check with their nurse and see what's up with them. Check the nurse's aides that take care of them. Get a vibe or the feel for the nurse. They could act like they care, or they could work in an environment where they're supposed to care, but they don't. Same thing with your kids in school, the teachers, the educators, daycare as well, specifically daycare too, okay? Doctors, nurses, all of those types of people that work in environments where you take care of people and you're supposed to show care to people, all right? So watch out for that. And for some of you, you may be in a situation where you're in the healing stages of whatever, and you may have a nurse or a doctor who really, you could feel that they don't give a shit. They could be trying to push you out, trying to push you out the hospital early, not giving you your proper diagnosis, not giving you your proper medication, not explaining to you what's going on. This is somebody who's just, they don't really give a shit. They could be burned out, and working in these type of professions. And if this is you, then maybe you should consider other professions, okay? Because I feel like you're burned out. Maybe you should go on vacation. Because again, there's very little ground here. It's all emotion. All right, so some of you may have a family member or aunt or uncle or whomever who works in the nursing field. Check on them, see how they're doing. Maybe they're getting burned out. We have the 9 of coin energy here. Why is this showing up as a silent enemy? This is Virgo energy, very analytical. Somebody who works hard and puts effort and energy into a situation here. I feel like you need to be careful at work and who you work with. Virgo rules the sixth house. For some of you, again, you could be overworked. So I feel like these two cards could be related. Some of you could be overworked, or you could be around people who are overworked and stressed out. Yeah, that's what I'm getting very strongly. Like overworked, stressed out. Somebody needs a vacation. Somebody works too much. This is somebody who will always work a lot of overtime. They'll say no. This is somebody who don't take vacation. You know those people who don't take oh, I got 1,000 hours of vacation saved up, or I got 365 days of vacation. How the fuck? I never been that type of person. Shit, I will buy other people vacation time. That's how I was when I was working. But yeah, this is somebody who constantly works. This could be somebody who works to avoid dealing with whatever's going on around them. And they're not paying attention to somebody who might need their emotional nourishment. So, or they're neglecting themselves, their emotional needs. So if this is you, you may need to seriously take a vacation, and focus on you, because you can't do for everybody and then don't do for you. If you're helping to fill everybody's cup and nobody's filling up your cup, all you're getting is a fish out of your cup. Who's filling your cup up? Who's nourishing you? You have to nourish yourself. So I feel like this is an energy of overworking. So some of you need to be careful spending too much time at work because you're not willing to deal with your emotions in reference to, especially with all these retrograde planets making people feel some sort of way. You got to be careful at work because you may overreact at work or get frustrated at work, especially in an environment where you need to have patience, especially when you're dealing with elderly people or people who are sick, or you're dealing with kids. It takes a special kind of person to deal with those environments in the first place. But if you're burnt out, you're not going to have the patience that you need to really, hone in and give these people what they need, and they will test your nerves. So I feel like some of you need a vacation. Also, you got to be careful. There could be somebody who's seeing you, how hard you work and all that you do, and they're going to put their hands on, they're going to take from you. They're going to come in and take from you. They see how hard you work, how much you work, and they want to come in and take, see how this person is coming in and looking at, look at, they want to take from you. So be careful of people who are watching you, seeing what you're building, trying, you're getting yourself, you bust your ass to get here, right? You bust your ass to get here, and then you got people coming around. Now they want to get in your pocket and take what you got. So be careful. And a lot of these people are going to try to play on your emotion and do that. Some of you, it could be your child's mother. Now we got the Hermit energy. Now when a major arcana shows up in this type of reading, your intuitive energies need to be on point, because if you don't pay attention to your intuition, what could happen is there could be a major change. We know major arcanas reflect a major change in your life in some way, shape, or form. There's no different with this reading. You ignoring your intuitive nudges can have an adverse effect on your life or change your life in a major way. It doesn't have to be anything drastic, but it could be. Okay? You never know. Pay attention to your intuitive nudges. This is Hermit energy, Virgo energy. I feel like, again, for some of you, you need to take a damn vacation. Virgo rules the sixth house, which is the house of work. I get a strong vibe that your asses need to take a vacation. I seriously feel that. This Hermit energy is somebody who, this is the after tarot. So this is somebody who's taken a vacation, who's come back. The snake represents wisdom. This person has gotten wisdom. The wolf represents the shadow side of you. This is somebody who's tamed their wild side, their dark side, and somebody who's acquired wisdom. Some of you need to take some time out and deal with your emotions and your feelings. You're overworking because you're not dealing with your feelings. Something's going on in your life, a lot of you. Whether it's, I feel like for Sagittarius, is you're splitting up with your husbands and your wives, or your long-term girlfriends and boyfriends, or baby moms and baby dads that you've been with forever. A lot of you are in karmic connections with them, and you're splitting up. The connections are falling apart, and no matter what you do, these connections are constantly falling apart. And it's because you're in karmic connections. You and Taurus are in karmic connections with your marriage partners, a lot of you. Heavy Taurus, heavy Sag, as far as the readings I've been doing for the collective for the past year or so. So a lot of you are coming to terms with that, but you're still, a lot of you may separate it from these people, but you're still dealing with the emotional attachment that's involved. And that happens a lot of times. We separate from people, but we're still attached emotionally. So we still need time to heal. For a lot of you, you need to step away from work. Work is not going to help you. It may have helped for a little bit to help you get through the divorce or, the transition and things like that. It may have helped to keep your mind off of it. But you really need to have a seat in a sense where, and I'm not trying to sound disrespectful, I love you guys, and I know dealing with breakups is not easy. We all been in situations where relationships ended and it was painful. But what we have to understand is there is a time where we have to process these emotions. We have to deal with them. We have to face them. Sometimes we have to go somewhere for a week and just break down and cry. Like, it is what it is. Some of you just need a good breakdown. And you know it. But don't push it to the point where you ignore that part of you. Because if you don't deal with that, one or two things is going to happen. It's going to come out in a manner in which you're not going to have control over, which could put you and other people in jeopardy. Or you're going to implode. And what happens is a lot of us have all kinds of diseases because all we're doing is harboring. I was just talking to my cousin about this the other day. A lot of us, heart problems, hypertension, diabetes, Crohn's disease, autoimmune diseases. Autoimmune diseases are your body fighting with itself. All that is your spiritual self fighting with your 3D self. And while that battle's going on, it's going to manifest physically. It's going on in the 3D realm. It manifests in the 3D realm through your body. Autoimmune diseases. Okay? So you got to get that shit out so that it doesn't hurt you health-wise. The hermit energy rules health. Okay? This is the healer energy. So some of you just need to take some time to heal. Whatever you got to do. Maybe go get Reiki done. Maybe go and get your colon cleansed. Colon therapy. Maybe go get a massage. Go get some Reiki done. Find something to do that's going to be healthy for you. Maybe go talk to someone. If you got some friends or somebody you could really talk to, just talk to them. Maybe write, journal. Find healthy ways to get this energy out. Go work out. Find ways to get this energy out. Some of you just need some sleep, and you need to sleep for a good 2 or 3 days. All right. So that's what I got for you, Sag, for your Silent Enemies reading. I'm going to go to the extended and I'm going to pull like 4 cards for each just to get you some more information. So if this resonated as is, feel free to click the like button. If you would like to leave a comment on how it resonates, I stress comments are only for how it resonates. There have been people who've been in the comments who've been really disrespectful and rude. And, I try to be kind, but, I only got limits. I'm just like you. I'm human. So I do tend to spaz the fuck out on people. You know what I'm saying? And I won't hesitate. So if you don't want that energy, please don't leave that in the comments. Because depending on what time of day it is and what type of alignments are going on, I might delete it. And then again, I might, go ham on your ass. So please. Especially, and do not disrespect any of the 8th house energy community. Like, I'm not having that. I'll block your ass. I'll delete you. So please, be civil in the comments. If you got a beef with me, do not come for me in the comments. Email me at 8thhouseenergy@gmail.com. There's a way that you conduct yourself and there's a way that you express yourself. Don't come for me in the comments. Email me. All right? And we'll talk about what we need to talk about. So with that being said, you guys are going to go to the extended. The link's in the box below. I love you guys, Sag, and I wish you the best. Take care of your health, okay? I'll see you in the extended or I'll see you in the next reading.